the mama behind MalibuMamaLoves.com, and today we're going to be talking about intuitive eating. This is a lifestyle based on a principle of eating only when you're hungry and only until you're full. And as I say that, I'm sure you guys are like, wait, what is that? What? It sounds simple, right? It sounds like that's what you're naturally supposed to do. However, so many people have been tricked and kind of conditioned by the media and social influences. And I mean, think about school schedules, work schedules, things like that. They've really been conditioning you to eat when and how much they're told to. I mean, think about it when you're a baby. We're all naturally born intuitive eaters, right? And so if you think about it as a baby, they let you know when they're hungry. And they eat only until they're full, and then they normally fall asleep. That's the natural process. They also are unaware of other people's opinions of their habits and their weights, right? So they do what they feel is right. Sadly, as we grow, society, as I was saying earlier, and media and social influences, they start to stop that process for us. So intuitive eating is really all about prioritizing your internal cues over the external rules. Let me say that one again. It's all about prioritizing your internal cues over the external rules you've been imposed upon. The goal is to simply change your relationship with your body and food. Sounds simple, right? And it's really exciting. There's 10 principles to this intuitive eating. We'll go over them really quick. One, first and foremost, and this is something we all, or I know Katie says it a lot, I say it a lot, we really need to reject the diet mentality. That is somebody telling you what to eat and what's best for your body, and you trying to do what they want you to do. And that is not intuitive eating. It's not going to help. It's not going to work. You want to honor your hunger. Okay, so if you are feeling hungry, you don't need to think, oh, I have to make it till 11:30 before I can have lunch. Oh gosh, it's only 4 and I'm starving. Dinner's not till 6. I have to wait. No, you don't have to do that. Intuitive eating is about honoring that hunger, eating when you're hungry, listening to that. Making peace with food is very important with intuitive eating. You want to understand your food. You want to know where it came from and how it's going to affect you and make you feel. I love this principle. You want to challenge the food police, the people that are telling you, oh, if you sat down and ate a whole punnet of ice cream in one sitting, maybe your body needed that. It was telling you that. So challenge those food police. However, listen, if you're eating ice cream like that every day for like a month, that's not good. And nor is that intuitive eating, right? Because your body's going to start to feel dredged. So you want to really discover what the satisfaction in eating food is. And as you go, because most of us really eat on the go, right? We grab our breakfast and we run. We'll eat lunch at the desk. We have to make 5 different dinners for everybody in the family because of all the different evening activities and no one's around at the same time. Instead of doing that and being on the go all the time, intuitive eating is simply appreciating and discovering, oh, when I eat, I do feel better. I do feel good. And that's exciting. That's something to get really excited about. And in hand with that, when you're honoring your hunger, you really want to honor when you're full. Again, I'm going to go back to a reference of childhood, right? As soon as the babies start to become toddlers, and even then, so I'm sure you've heard 1,000 times, I grew up and I saw it. I never did this with my kids because I was always so aware of this right away. But you always hear, finish that plate. You can't get up until you have finished everything. I mean, my mom did that to us a couple of times. My brother and I sat at the table for a long time because we just didn't have any room left. But that was the mentality for a long time. Like, food is precious. You never know when you're going to get more of it, so to speak. And so therefore, they became very like, the people that live through depression and the wars and things like that. It's like, oh, you've got to eat everything, but you don't realize we're not in that same zone. There is too much food being put out sometimes. You really want to cope with your emotions with kindness. Okay, a lot of eating disorders all revolve around emotions. And so by being aware of your emotions, by coping with them consciously, by taking the time to honor them and give yourself the space to heal and feel better or to calm down or to whatever the emotion is, you really can allow yourself to start to eat healthier because that's the fuel of your body. And you want to really respect your body, right? Your body's your temple. This is the one thing in life that without it, you don't have a life. So it's really important to feel your body, to respect your body, and to listen to it. Intuitive eating is really all about just listening to your body and getting good with it. You want to honor your health with, good nutrition, with things that are healthy for your body. And that's very important. The benefits are many. Excuse me, guys. It removes judgment around food, which this is one aspect I love, because there is so much judgment. As I was saying, like if you eat a pint of ice cream, or, if you're the girl out at the restaurant ordering French fries and burgers and sodas and drinking and eating it all, people will be like, whoa, that's a lot. That's awful. We should be eating and feeling comfortable to do what feels right for our bodies. It makes it easier for you to connect with your internal cues and really listen to your intuition, which I love, because we just talked about this on Wednesday, actually listening to your intuition and standing up for yourself. Well, this is also a part of that process. As you eat intuitively, you will tell your body, you are important. I am listening to you. I am connected to you, and I'm going to honor that, which is really exciting. Doing this process, it definitely improves your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your compassion. It improves it in a big way, because all of a sudden you're listening to yourself. You're not saying, oh, at 12 o'clock I'm supposed to have lunch, at 3 o'clock I'm supposed to have a snack, at 8 o'clock I'm supposed to have this. You're not doing any of that. You're listening to your internal body, and that's going to reward you humongously. You want to appreciate your body more. And also, this is an interesting one. One of the huge benefits of intuitive eating is that it really does help you pinpoint your food sensitivities. And I'll give you a little example on this that I never realized before. But when you're intuitively eating, one of my favorite things to eat is potatoes, like in any form. I love potatoes. And so, obviously I ate a lot. I still do. I ate a lot of them. But I have arthritis, and I had a lot of joint pain. And when I started the intuitive eating process, I learned that potatoes actually really negatively affect your joints. They can cause pain. So I went without potatoes for 2 or 3 months, and a lot of my pain cleared up. Unfortunately, I'm too addicted to potatoes to stop forever. But I definitely slowed down, and now I'm more aware, like, okay, if I'm going to have, mashed potatoes or a bag of chips or something, one day I know I need to give my body a few days to process that out before I put more in, because the more of it that I put in, it's going to hurt my body. So there's just a little interesting side note to intuitive eating, that it really does help you pinpoint, your food allergies and things like that. It reduces your stress too, believe that or not, because you're so, you let go of what everybody else is telling you to do, and you let go of what you think you're supposed to do, and you just listen to your body, and it feels so, so good. Now, I want to be clear really quick with one topic though. Intuitive eating doesn't mean that you eat whatever you want when you want to. It means that you eat what your body wants, what feels good for your body. And a perfect example I can give this to you is when I got pregnant. I was so excited because I wanted to just eat Doritos, Snickers bars, and milk. I know, weird combination, but I that was like my college thing, right? And I thought, ooh, when I get pregnant, I can just eat it all and not have to worry about the calories, and it will be fabulous. Nope. All I craved when I was pregnant was kiwis, lemons, and blueberries. And I ate them like mad, but I was listening to my body. My mind was like, why can't you have the Doritos and Snickers? But my body was like, ooh, I don't even want to be around that. I want these things. And I listened to that, and it felt good. It felt right. So I want to encourage you guys in this intuitive eating, and I'm actually bringing on an amazing guest next week. I'm so excited to have her come here, and we're going to talk all about clean eating and some tips on how to actually make that happen now that we've talked about the intuitive eating, and you can kind of get a feeling for, changing your mindset a little bit and being more comfortable with listening to your body and honoring it and eating only when you're hungry, and eating only until you're full. There's no reason to finish the whole plate. You can save it for later. You can share it with somebody, but eat until you're full. Or if you need to go for seconds, that's great. Whatever works for you. just please, I really want you to listen to your body. And as you go about this weekend, start thinking about it. Start reading labels, start listening to what different foods you're eating is, how that's making your body feel. These are all great ways to just start to be a little bit more intuitive, and don't be forcing yourself or your children to finish every last drop. Teach them to learn to listen to their bodies too. It's so very much rewarding. All right, you guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend this weekend. Get on that intuitive eating for me. Please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe up there so that you can get our notifications and our new videos first. And like I said, we've got an awesome guest coming up next week, so you definitely want to come back and tune in. I hope you have a great weekend, you guys. Bye.